So I was talking about Daddy Trump. Why do you think they hate him so much? Is because he's got their number. He knows what they're doing. He knows how they operate. You know, it's pretty crazy. When he was pumping money into them people, they were happy. But when he took his money away, they weren't. But he worked tirelessly, and he still works tirelessly to make America great again. Nobody knows how much he really does. This man doesn't sleep. He is constantly thinking about the American people and what he could do to make the country great again. So all these indictments are because they're just trying to make him look like such a bad person. And he really isn't. And only people that are close to him really know him. And know his heart. But you know, I mean, these people campaigned saying they were going to put him in jail. Campaigned. The district attorneys in different places. And, you know, I was talking about that. And we all know. So Germany on the night of the 2020 election was celebrating because Trump had 424 electoral votes to Biden's 125 before all the votes just started coming in. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. It's mathematically, statistically impossible for 10,000 votes to come in for a candidate and the other candidate receive none when you're tallying votes. It's just not so. I've been in politics for a long time and saw a lot of different things. And that's another thing. I keep telling, you know, we need to find out how many dead people are voting all over the United States. I think my mom voted in the last election in New Mexico, and she was already gone in 2018. You know, maybe there should be some lawsuits to go against these places. Because, you know, I know when I ran for office in New Mexico, a lot of dead people voted in mine. And you know what? I had to run as a write-in because the Republican incumbent kicked me off the ballot. And I was like, okay, but I'm not giving up because of just different stuff. And I didn't have the 20,000 I needed to challenge that. So I just said, you know what? I'll run as a write-in. And I took 25% of his vote. That's not bad as a write-in. A write-in. And the thing was, though, is people said you won. But if it wasn't exactly Stephen Jude Gavey, my perfect name, and yeah, that's my real name, if anybody wants to know. And they didn't count it. And they knew. I mean, that's just the things. And it was up to the secretary, the clerk of Chaves County. It's okay. You know what, though? But I lost, but I paved the way for a good man. And a few good men, I think, took that seat. So, anyways, you know, we'll just go back. But, yeah, why are they doing this? Because they're trying to make him look bad. But we already know. Each time they indict him, his numbers go up. And that's what it's about. The American people know, both Democrats, Republicans, Independents, they all know. They all know what's going on. And, you know, I was talking to a military guy yesterday, and he was like, man, I lost 10% of the money that was coming into me when, you know, when Trump was president. At a stroke of a pen, Biden took it all away. And I came from a military family, and I understand that. When my dad went to war, we became poor because most military men, like that military guy, two military guys, where I was getting some parts to fix my car, were working a second job because they have to. And most military men do. My dad did. I mean, he used to come back from Kirtland Air Force Base and work at Audie Spears hardware store on the weekends. And they're in Dexter, New Mexico. But that's what has happened. And we've got all these men that are gone right now in Ukraine. They're actually sitting in Poland, and we got our Navy, in the different places all over the world. The Marines, I mean, the Marines are usually the first ones to go in. They're the front line, and I respect that. Those guys are kind of crazy, but aren't we all kind of crazy? But they would die for any of us, and they have, just like the Army, any military. I mean, they do what they need to do to keep us safe. And, but that's what it is about. And the military, people are going through hell right now because they're over there, their families are here, and we shouldn't even be there. Just to be honest, that's my belief, that we shouldn't even be there. We get into things because of politicians that do things that put us in a hard way. And right now, I don't care what the left says, the economy's great. That's a crock of shit, and I will say it like that. You look at gas prices. I mean, they're like getting to $6 in California, $7 on the East Coast. A regular hardworking man or woman, how the hell are they going to make it? We are just doing what we have to do. I mean, you can't even make it on $18, $21 an hour. It's very hard. And I communicate with some famous people. I tell them like it is. They say, oh, no. I said, you know what? I told one of them, I said, why don't you climb on the top of your home in Beverly Hills and take a binocular and look down into Los Angeles and see what's really going on. Yeah, what's really going on is people are just dying on the streets. Dying. And it's okay for people to die because guess what? They're reducing the population like they want. And some of them are there by choice, but a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are there because during COVID, when they shut those places down, I thank God that I'm in one of the 3 states, Tennessee, Texas, or Florida. That's where I want to be, the only 3 right now. And there's other ones that are good, North Dakota, South Dakota. But, Tennessee is thriving. Texas is thriving. Different states that are red states are thriving. Why are they thriving? Because they didn't shut completely down. The ones that shut completely down, that's where it was a mess. And that was the plan. They don't really care. They don't care about anybody. They only care about themselves and what they want to do. That's what the elitists want. And I'm not saying the elitist is anybody that's rich, because a lot of people are rich. Nobody knows, but at one time I was a silent millionaire. So it is what it is, but $1 million ain't crap anymore right now, to be honest. Well, I've got to go, and I'm going to have breakfast with my mom here on Earth right now. And you guys have a great day, and happy Labor Day. God bless you, and God bless America.